Hey everyone, welcome back to BoxWorks. Welcome back to the hostess. I'm Dan O'Leary, and today we have a really awesome session to talk a little bit about a topic we are very passionate about, which is user adoption and productivity. And to do that, we have a very special guest, my friend, Casey Trujillo, SVP from Brainstorm. Welcome to BoxWorks, Casey. How's it going?
It's going great, Dan. This is amazing.
Well, we're happy to have you. We think that your technology and the solutions you're offering our customers are delivering not just measurable value, but you're helping them use Box in more effective ways. And it's been really awesome not only to get to know you, but to get to know the company. And I have some questions for you to help some of our audience learn a little bit more about the great work you've been doing at Brainstorm. So Casey, in your experience, as a leader and as an expert on adoption and education, what are some of the common challenges that you've seen our end users face when they are adopting new technology? That could be Box technology, other technology, and how is Brainstorm helping them actually get value from some of their investments?
Dan, great question. So I'd start with 2 data points. Number one, the average user spends about 5 hours looking for the right documentation in a week.
Whoa.
So that might be the right sales file, that might be the latest marketing PowerPoint, the latest legal terms and conditions, right? So that's point number one. 5 hours every employee is spending every week, okay? Number 2 is the average user has about 5 minutes to learn anything new.
Oh, if that.
If that,
Yeah.
right? So how do we help people adopt technology when they're spending all their time trying to do their work and they have such little time to actually learn anything about how technology could actually help them? That's probably the number one thing I try to express to organizations is you have to fit it in the time that your employees actually have.
Yeah, which are generally the margins or on a dog walk or maybe on the couch. But I think that's where I've seen such value in Brainstorm. It's, to me, as a technologist, it kind of felt like what I'd want to use Khan Academy for. To use algebra, I would use something like Brainstorm to power custom education and learning and journeys that are really personalized. And I think that's why we wanted to not only invite you here today, but to share some of those great stories. And as you mentioned, 5 minutes is not enough, Casey. Is 5 minutes the right KPI to apply for learning? Or how do we help customers think about some of the ways to quantify adoption, what it means, and how to build that time in so they get that value?
Oh, fantastic. Well, the first thing you want to look at is how many of my employees have received any education around Box technology. Because again, unless a user is aware of why I don't want to store documents on my C drive, or what's wrong with sending an email attachment? Is there actually a better way to work? I first want to say, okay, I have 5,000 employees. Out of those 5,000 employees, 500 of them have interacted with some type of Box education. Okay, so my total addressable market is 4,500 employees to create awareness. So that's the first place. How many have actually looked at anything, and where are we at today? Then I want to start a communication campaign. How many of those interact with that? Then I want to go into education flows. And then the golden Goldilocks zone is, did that actually drive any change in behavior with product usage? So those would be the 4 things that you would want to measure.
That's huge. And I think this is where, for our customers that have invested in Box, we want to make sure you're getting more value every day. And if we can help you take advantage of not only features like Box AI or Box Sign, but knowing how to log in. I mean, it's not always the hard things
exactly right.
that stop people up from getting that value and adoption. But it's not just, don't take it from us. You actually have a few customers that are not only here today, but are speaking with you. And I was wondering if you could share maybe 1 or 2 of the stories of how you're seeing some of our real life joint customers getting value from Brainstorm with Box.
Oh my gosh, I'll give you one example. Dan, is one customer, the CIO was looking at information, and they made a big push for Box Relay. And inside of these micro learnings, 90 seconds or less, we'll pause and we'll ask a question of, hey, does this resonate with you? Would you want to use Box Relay now? Or what's keeping you from using Box Relay? So the CIO walks away with 800 different comments from employees of why I would use Box Relay, why I'm currently not using Box Relay. And now the CIO has a decision, because guess what? There was a duplicate application in there. And the CIO goes, whoa, that's shadow IT. I'm not wanting that. So now the CIO could successfully address the concern of what was actually taking place. So that's one example, but Dan, we're so passionate about this. For anybody that is attending the BoxWorks event, in person or virtually, will receive 12 months access of our platform for their entire organization to utilize, so they can see that this will actually drive more business outcomes for their organization.
Y'all, if you don't even know, this is one of the most valuable things you could get access to. Having 12 months of Brainstorm, you will be so much more informed as a Box user, as an admin, if you take advantage of that. Can I get that as well?
Yes, you can,
I
Dan.
need a few tips and tricks on how to use Box as well, but that's incredible. And I mean, back to results, have you seen that actually drive those types of outcomes when they do take advantage of it for a month or a year? How's it going?
Oh my gosh. So another organization, they had a 200% increase in document collaboration. People were storing things in the cloud, but they actually weren't working with their colleague around that. Box hubs, of getting to understand that and starting to get people to start to take part of that. Box AI, what are the use cases? What's resonating for me as an employee of how I would use it? So yes, they'll have all sorts of data to be able to make better informed decisions on what they want to do next.
We love that. Well, and I hope we can help all of you watching make a better informed decision. I think as you've heard from Casey and the Brainstorm team, their approach to helping all of us make not just better technology decisions, but better adoption decisions, better education decisions is really powerful. And that offer you mentioned is really going to help all of us take advantage of working smarter, taking advantage of all of the great enhancements and new features we've heard on at BoxWorks today. And we think this partnership is going to be a game changer, not just for us, but for all of you as well. So on behalf of the entire Box team, thank you so much, Casey, for joining us at BoxWorks. And let's keep the momentum going. Thank you so much.
Let's do it.